what I want to talk about is how you were by my side the first time I came to see my dad. Tell me what you remember from that day. Like, it was what, 12 years ago now? 10, 12 years ago?
Well, if I remember correctly, you were coming into town and you called me, which is nothing out of the blue, right? You called me, let me know you're coming in, see if we wanted to hang out, and you said, hey, I got in contact with my dad and I'd like to go see him and I want you to come with me. And I didn't know really what to expect. Didn't know much about your father. I just knew that that he was no longer in the picture. So we pulled up here and we got out. He answered the door and here was this guy with a beard and just kind of disheveled, I guess, maybe a little bit. He very welcoming and invited us in, and we got in here, and I remember thinking to myself, I am not eating anything in here because the place, there's cobwebs and dusty, and it just wasn't looking like that. And my next thought was like, what the fuck did Jesse just get me into? But I'm gonna stick it out. And we came in, and Dutch was very polite and cordial and very welcoming, and I could tell that he was excited to see you. I really couldn't tell what your thoughts were, but you sat down and we sat and we both kind of looked at each other and looked at the food, and we're like, okay, let's see how we can make the best of this situation.
I remember feeling that way about the food too. And it just crushed me inside, knowing that he had made the best meal for us, right? Like, he went out of his way to like prepare the best dinner. And then for me to like have this fear of eating it, or just yeah, that was hard to reconcile, like how different our lives had become. Because, growing up, he was always the really clean one, and that was, why we would get in trouble and why some of the anger would come forward was if our shoes were lined up the wrong way, or if the toothpaste cap was not tied on the right way or whatever. And then to come in here and see it totally dirty and disorganized, and reconciling that that's okay with him.
From my years of working in shelters and things like that, just because somebody looks a certain way doesn't mean that they've not had other opportunities in life for things to go their way. And with Dutch struggling with mental health, I mean, that definitely affects how you interact with people, the world, and how you take care of yourself.
Like, all of me wanted to like come in and clean it and like make it look like I wanted it to look, and so I could feel like he was safe and that he was living a good life. And it really took me to slow down and realize like he is living a good life, and it's just very, very different than what my life has become or looks like. And yeah, so to be able to share that with you, interesting, because I don't think we ever talked about the food when it happened.
No, we did not.
Yeah.